Yep. And welcome everybody to the West Gym here, Simon Fraser University, Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, the home of the Simon Fraser University Clan. GNAC women's basketball on tap tonight is the host Simon Fraser Clan, set to face the number one ranked, and we're talking all of NCAA Division II women's basketball, the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves in town tonight. A tough test for the Clan, who have locked up a playoff spot sitting in fourth place in the GNAC standings. Simon Fraser coming into the game today at 9-6 and getting set to play their final two home games of the regular season here before the crowd in the West Gym. And what a test it will be tonight as they face the Seawolves of Alaska Anchorage, the number one ranked team in three different national polls. There's no question these ladies coming in with a 13-1 record in the GNAC are the team to measure yourselves against. Anchorage on an 11-game win streak. The loss coming back on the 1st of January against Northwest Nazarene, I believe, and nothing but wins ever since for head coach Ryan McCarthy and company. And the Seawolves coming into the West Gym, given a stern test for the Simon Fraser Clan, who are coming off a two-game road swing last week where they went 1-1. Simon Fraser clearly set to get all they can handle from Anchorage here tonight. The Clan roster now being introduced, the starters. And they will include the senior guard, Katie Lowen, out of Lethbridge. Erin Chambers, of course, coming off that magnificent scoring performance Saturday in the victory over St. Martin's. The third highest scoring game in Simon Fraser women's basketball history. Erin Chambers with an incredible performance there. Chambers scoring a career-high 41 points, trailing only Teresa Kleindienst and Michelle Hendry in Clan history. And Chambers, of course, along with Lowen, the fellow senior, set to play their final 2 home games here at the West Gym. It will be an emotional senior night ceremony on Saturday. And Erin Chambers, of course, has recently become the all-time leading scorer in the GNAC. In all the history of women's basketball in the GNAC, the leading scorer. So Mission's Erin Chambers getting set to lead her team on a playoff run, they hope. But, boy, really want to build some momentum. And what an upset it would be if Simon Fraser could get a victory on its home court here against Alaska Anchorage. Seawolves now already on the floor waiting for the opening tip. It'll be Meg Wilson set to step in against Megan Mullings, number 11, as we get set to open this GNAC game before a nice crowd here at the West Gym. Anchorage winning that opening tip. And that's Kiki Robertson, number 23, very quickly into the half court. Robertson will get it back on a handoff, guarded by Lowen. The lob down low off the window is going to go. First attempt for Mullings, and a quick 2-0 lead here for the Seawolves. Alaska Anchorage putting the pressure on at half court. Lowen pass to Wilson, breaks it down in the corner to Ellen. Kett back up top to Chambers. Clan working it around the key and facing what looks like an expanding zone of sorts here, and they're going to turn the ball over in the block. That's number 4, Allie Madison. Madison back to Robertson. Alaska Anchorage going for the 3 ball from the far baseline corner. Can't get that to fall. That was number 25, Jessica Madison. Clan down the floor. Chambers will pull up from 3 and go hard off the back iron. Battle for the ball with Meg Wilson unable to grab it from Allie Madison, and Madison quickly down the floor. Chambers backpedaling, kick it back up top to Robertson. As we mentioned, Alaska Anchorage, number 1 ranked in the country. And we're not talking about Canada here. We're talking about NCAA Division II women's basketball. More on that as the evening progresses. Simon Fraser, though, getting it back. A chance to tie or take the lead here with Lowen. Lowen guarded by Robertson. Back up top to Chambers. The bullet pass down low. And that's going to be Meg Wilson. A nice cut along the baseline by Meg. And she will get the ball to go off the window, tying it. Right down the floor are the Seawolves with a great chance to grab the lead back as Mullings unable to get the finish she wants there. So the Clan again in the half court. Working it around to Chambers in the corner for 3. Erin's going to go off the iron, missing on that attempt. Keep the score tied. There's Mullings, number 4. Being denied very well here. Clan doing a solid job. Alaska calling for time. They're about to make some subs on the floor, but they're going to call time. Sierra Foa and Kiki Wright, number 13, will check in following the timeout, but a 2-2 start here early, and Simon Fraser really want to just work out the jitters early and settle down and see if they can't put together 40 great minutes here against this extremely talented Alaska Anchorage team. We have to thank Nate Sagan for his media notes here before the game, and what's at stake here for Alaska Anchorage if they win them both. 2 wins and a loss by Seattle Pacific, and Anchorage would clinch the outright title in the GNAC, but from what I understand, 2 wins and they get at least a tie. And of course, this Anchorage team will head down south Saturday to face the Western Washington Vikings at Sam Carver Gym. So 2 big games with a lot on the line for both of these teams here. Two Kikis on the floor right now. That's not going to happen a lot. Here's Kiki Robertson. Great hand in there defensively by Katie Lowen, number 1, wearing white for the Clan. Disrupts it and gets the Clan possession of the ball. We're just over 2 minutes into the opening half here. Howard Samura here with you on GNAC TV. Hope you enjoy the broadcast from the West Gym atop Burnaby Mountain. Here's Chambers. 41 points for Erin on Saturday in the win at St. Martin's, and here she is again on the baseline. Ooh, was looking to dish the ball along the baseline, and coming out of nowhere with some great defensive play, Kiki Wright, who's recently subbed into the game, number 13. Foul there being called, I believe, on Chambers, her first of the game for the Clan. Offensive foul against the Clan. Anchorage trying to skip it down low, and it's going to go off of a Clan player. That was Jenna Buchanan looking for Kiki Red on the baseline. Allie Madison now out of the game. Robertson's little skip underneath, and the pressure put on there by Fradgley. No foul called there as Fradgley able to defend right underneath the basket. Here's Ket swinging it down low, was looking for either Wilson or Fradgley in the post, and the ball careens out of bounds. So Aaron Chambers set to inbounds with 22 on the shot clock. 3 minutes into the opening half of play. Chambers has it batted right back in her direction. Quick hands there on the inbounds play will give the Seawolves the ball back. So Alaska Anchorage now in this 2-2 game, 3 minutes into the opening half of play. Robertson to Buchanan, number 12. In the post. Up and under move there, and Meg Wilson doing a great job defending Kiki Wright in the post. And Meg will show the handle off here. She brings it down the court to Ket, the point guard, little head fake into the paint. Kicking out to Wilson for the triple. Wilson doesn't draw iron on the shot. Alaska Anchorage, not quite to the extreme of the SFU men's team, but they love to get the subs in and out of this game. They make multiple changes. Simon Fraser making his first change of this opening half. And that's Homer coming into the game, number 4 for Lowen. Fradgley, Chambers, Ket, and Wilson, the other Clan players on the floor. Skip pass down low underneath. Great hands there by Homer. She comes into the game, makes a difference in the post. Bats it away, and Simon Fraser right back down the floor to Chambers. Give and go right to the basket by Aaron. Quickly underneath to Wilson, who does not get the roll. Fradgley comes in and tries to knock it away, but the ball's going to go to Anchorage there. Great opportunity there for Wilson to score the ball in the block, but couldn't get the roll to go. So a tough break there for the Clan. So keep it tied at 2. This score seems deadlocked at 2 for the longest time. The entry down low is going to change that in a hurry as Mullings able to get the layup off the lob. 4-2 for Anchorage. Again, this half-court pressure comes. Clan able to solve it quickly. Aaron looking down low for Rachel Fradgley, and Fradgley, the rookie. There she is with the layup. Rachel Fradgley getting tougher and better every rep on the floor. Great defense there by Homer as she jumps up to bat the ball away. Homer's really trying to make a difference defensively in the early go, and she's done a fantastic job as we go to a timeout here at the West Gym. Looking at some of the numbers coming into the game for Anchorage. Boy, you look at this team and you know they're just a pure basketball team based on their record and their national ranking. You look at the players and they don't have a player who's even remotely pushing 20 a game because it's so balanced. Jenna Buchanan comes in at 10.8, Allie Madison 10 points a game, and Megan Mullings, a 6-foot junior, 13.3 points per game. And with that kind of balance, and you're already watching the way Ryan McCarthy brings in his bench players. They move a lot of girls in and out of this lineup. That's pretty much a testament to the depth of the Seawolves, and I know we're going to see a lot of that here tonight. Clan locked in a 4-4 tie here. 15:33 left in the opening half of play from the West Gym. Clan TV Live, and of course we'll be bringing you Saturday's Seniors Night contest with Fairbanks in town to wrap up the schedule here. Of course, Simon Fraser has one more game remaining after that, so rematch with Western Washington. Of course, Simon Fraser with that big win in early December against Carmen Dolfo's squad right here at the West Gym. What a great way to open Clan basketball with a victory over Western Washington. Of course, the men got a win over the Vikings as well that night. So both teams got off to that nice 1-0 start, able to savor that over the holiday break. But there's been more harsh realities for the men's team, who are basically in a must-win situation and having to hope that Western loses all their games down the stretch drive. So Simon Fraser, the women are the playoff hope here in basketball. Sam Beauchamp, number 20, the freshman from Holy Cross, checked into this game now, and she will spell Rachel Fradgley in the lineup. Kent knows the pressure's coming, and here it is. Very aggressively. Beauchamp has got to make a decision here. She's going to get it to Kent to get over the center stripe. Boy, 10 seconds off the shot clock there, and Homer bodied up defensively on the three-point line, and the turnover there caused by Kiki Robertson. Both teams 2 of 6 from the field in the early going here. Really nothing in terms of a game characteristic yet to show itself here. Clan doing a solid job defensively, though, and they are going to defend it tough in the post again, and there's Homer. And Elisa Homer is going to get called for the foul. The redshirt freshman from North Vancouver's Hansworth Secondary. But clearly the MO from Bruce Langford is for Homer to come in and play tough post defense at one of those off-guard spots. She's really defending well in the post here against Anchorage. Kiki Robertson now with the basketball, trying to work off the pick. Instead, will take it wide, swoop off the window, and great handle on the ball there by Robertson to get to the glass and lay it up and in. It's 6-4 for the girls in green here from Anchorage. Meg Wilson, great give at the last second. Sam Beauchamp is going to draw the foul, and the freshman from Surrey is going to get to the free throw line. 5:23 gone here in the first half of play. Howard Samura with you on GNAC TV. They make that Clan TV.
Hey, run money, please.
Beauchamp making the first. Her high school, Holy Cross, playing host to the Fraser Valley Senior Girls AA Championships this week out in Surrey. Of course, Beauchamp moved and making a great transition here at the university level. Gets the roll on the second. Sam's going to get them both. And she'll tie the game here at 6 in the early going. There's Homer digging in again defensively. It's Robertson with the ball now. That was a great drive to the basket by Robertson. Alicia Devine, number 15. In the middle of the physical fray, they're setting high picks and really passing from the high post as she tries to get something going. Tip ball is going to go to Anchorage. And the travel is going to get called. That's going to nullify the effort by Mullings as she went to the basket. Checking into the game now for Anchorage will be Sierra Foa, number 24, and number 13, Kiki Wright. Anchorage backing off the pressure here now. Chambers quickly to Homer. Elisa to Wilson as she drives through the post and loses the handle. And there goes Madison quickly down the court. Clan get their numbers back, but Madison pulling up from about 10 feet for the jumper is going to get it to fall. 8-6 now the score. Anchorage back on top. This 2-point lead has been the largest of the game for Anchorage. Simon Fraser's hung around, but they're starting to turn it over. They're really starting to pay the price for this Anchorage defense. Here's Robertson. Chambers guarding her. Aaron slips the screen, tries to guard her, but Meg from the weak side. Wilson's going to swat that away and ignite the transition with Aaron to Ellen Kett down the floor. And they're going to call Ellen for the travel. Turnover there. Simon plagued by turnovers the last 3 or 4 trips down the floor. Alicia Roberts, number 32, is checked into the game now, the York House product, the transfer out of Pepperdine. See what she can do with the guard spot here for the Clan. Chambers and Homer's the other guard types on the floor along with Wilson. And that jumper is going to fall. I believe that was Jenna Buchanan, number 12, dropping it 11-6 very quickly. A 5-point lead, a 2-possession lead here for Anchorage as Wilson comes up the court and wants to get the ball to Roberts, and it's going to go out of bounds. You see Bruce Langford telling his girls, calm down, just calm down. They are turning the ball over literally every possession down the floor. That's got to be 4 turnovers in the last 6 possessions for the Clan. As Fragile comes off the bench and gets set to check in for SFU. Skip pass down low. Beauchamp guarding in the post, gets into a bit of a wrestling match for the ball with number 24, Afoa. Fragile now in for Beauchamp as she comes out of the game. So Fragile, who's already scored a nice basket, a 6'2 freshman from St. Thomas Aquinas High School in London, Ontario, into the game now. And there she is, making a difference immediately. Rachel on the baseline gets big and helps create the turnover there as Roberts now. Chambers down low, fragilely can't squeeze it in the low block, and a great opportunity again missed there for the Clan. Opportunity to score it. They're going to get Katie Lowen now into this basketball game. Elisa Homer checking out. Katie Lowen, the senior, checking into the basketball game now. Simon Fraser never allowed to get into that rhythm in the half court where they could start looking for those quality three-point opportunities. And they got so many great three-point shooters. I credit Anchorage for that. That's why they're the #1 ranked team in NCAA Division II women's basketball right here at the West Gym. What a great thrill to watch such a highly ranked team in a league contest here late in the season. A little head fake there, pulling up and remeasuring, going off the iron and not going, but a great offensive rebound and put back by Buchanan. She gets the rebound of the Jessica Madison miss. 13-6, Clan stalling offensively, turning the ball over, and will do it again this time. Chambers, inexplicably, just off of her knee on the dribble. Tough break again for the Clan. And they'll give up a triple for their troubles. That's Jenna Buchanan knocking down the tray. Simon Fraser, boy, they are turning the ball over left, right, and center. This time the best player on the team is turning it over. That's Erin Chambers. Really not even being pressured. Erin just dribbled the ball off her foot or just saw it take a funny bounce. It's a 10-point lead here. 11:37 left in the opening half of play. 16-6. And Alaska Anchorage coming in here and having a solid start. Simon held them in a pretty tight battle in the early going, but they're starting to find their way. As we look at some of the numbers here on press row, Anchorage leading in points in the paint, not a surprise, 10-4, but the big stat that jumps out at you, points off turnovers, 12-2. For the visiting Seawolves, 12 of their 16 points coming off of Clan turnovers early, and it really has been the difference maker here. The lead, its largest right now at 10 points at 16-6. Looking at some of the numbers, Jenna Buchanan is a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. She's knocked down both of her three-point attempts as well. She leads all scorers in this game with 8 points. The rest of the Anchorage scoring 4 points from Mullings and 2 apiece from Allie Madison and Kiki Robertson. For the Simon Fraser Clan, boy, they have gone into an extended shooting funk. They were 2 of 6 with 15:32 remaining. They're 2 of 6 with 11:37 remaining. So basically, Simon has not taken a field goal or not been allowed to for almost 4 straight minutes of game clock, and it's because they keep turning the ball over. They haven't even got a shot at the basket. It's registered as a field goal, so the streak could actually be longer than that. We know it's at least 4 minutes. Here's Roberts to Lowen. Here is Roberts. They want to get a look. That is suffocating perimeter defense. What a tremendous job by Anchorage. There's Chambers scrapping, but look who comes out of the pile. It's Buchanan. The lob pass down in transition to Mullings is going to go out of bounds and to Simon Fraser. So talked about the turnovers here in this basketball game. And so back to main play here. These extended funks really could be the undoing of this Clan team. They've got to get things going again this time. Right at her broadcast location, Kiki Robertson giving it her all to get that loose ball. Thought she was going to crash over Broadcast Central here. The court Chambers set to inbound the ball now. Clan need to find an offensive rhythm. They'll try and do it with their leader, Chambers, the all-time leading scorer in GNAC women's basketball history. She will hoist a 3 there and make it. Erin knocks it down, gives herself a little clap, and heads down the floor to dig in defensively. They need to get stops as much as makes right now. And there's Fragilely. She makes a difference. Rachel skies for that block, doesn't get it, but prevents the shot. Foul called against Anchorage, number 11, Megan Mullings being called for the foul there. So the Clan with a chance to make a little momentum here, 16-9. And I don't know where that pass from Katie was going. It was intended for Meg Wilson, but a lack of communication somewhere along the path allows the ball to go right out of bounds, and another Simon Fraser Clan turnover. Lowen coming out of the game. Homer coming back in. So Homer number 4 along with Kett number 5, Chambers number 3, Meg Wilson number 15, and Elise Roberts number 32. So there are the 5 Clan players, really guard-oriented group on the floor right now, and they trying to match the quickness of this Anchorage team. Allie Madison, though, very quickly darts to the basket. Here's Kett coping with a double team quickly to Aaron Chambers. They'll get it across half court to Homer. Turning the corner up top to Roberts. Roberts, the push pass cross court to Kett for the triple. It's going to go off iron. Clan would love to get into that three-point rhythm. This time, though, the ball will take a Clan bounce. It's going to go off Anchorage. And a new shot clock there for Aaron Chambers. 18-9. Clan scoring 9 points in the first 10 minutes. This is tremendous team defense being played by Anchorage, and you see what it's like as you watch here on Clan TV. There's Homer, though. She will shoot for the fences and knock down the triple. How in the Megan Mullings, what incredible balance to keep that ball from going out of bounds. She skied for the rebound, came down in bounds, saved the possession for her team. So Allie Madison being called for the offensive foul there on Ellen Kett as the Australian point guard goes to the court. Kiki Robertson checking out of the game for Alaska Anchorage. 18-12, a bit of a Clan renaissance here. A couple of made baskets have the Clan right back in this basketball game, trailing by 6. Here's Ellen Kett at the top. The length and the activity on the perimeter is huge. You got to break it and get inside. Wilson, can't play off the contact down low. Doesn't get the roll. Another missed opportunity there for the Clan. Crossover move, looking for the wraparound pass. Anchorage struggling to keep the ball in the post. Wilson bats it away as they go to the court. Simon Fraser calling for time. Clan do have possession of the ball, although Ryan McCarthy, the Anchorage head coach, wondering with the officials, did they have possession of the ball to call the timeout there? Fragilely will check in at the next. So Ryan McCarthy having a talk with his ladies here as they perhaps ease up on the jugular a bit. They looked like they were ready to really make an imprint here on the Clan, building the lead to as many as 10. It's back down to 6 in a real low-scoring opening half of play here atop Burnaby Mountain. Interesting to talk to Clan players, and shout out to Rebecca Langmead, one of our analysts who we've chatted about during the broadcast, talking about memorable Simon Fraser road trips, and they all mention the Alaska road trip as being the memorable one. Alex McKenzie as well, a shout out to her, who also has been an analyst with me on Clan broadcast. Same thing, love going to those trips, and really those are the memorable ones. And this time around, Alaska making their final appearances of the season right at the end of the campaign here at the West Gym. So much happening on campus. This Simon Fraser program, I believe, set to announce their head football coach as early as the middle of next week. So we'll keep an eye on what's happening with that. The candidates being interviewed and everyone kind of waiting to see who is going to be announced as a new head football coach. Here's Homer. This time the three's not going to fall for her. And the rebound there by number 4, Allie Madison. Roberts getting down the floor nicely to disrupt that pass intended for Jessica Madison, number 25. Kiki Robertson will now check in for Allie Madison. There is Buchanan to Robertson to get play back underway here. 8:47 to the half and the 18-12 lead. Clan right in this basketball against the number 1 ranked team in Division II basketball. Madison back on top to Robertson using the FOA screen. Kiki Wright's going to turn it over, though, and the Australian Ellen Kett. Great steal of the ball there. Cross-court pass to Homer. The NBA three is going to fall. Elisa Homer rips the triple for Simon Fraser. It's a one-possession game. It's 18-15, and here come the Clan. They've cut 7 points off that 10-point deficit. They had gone 5 minutes without even attempting a field goal. They've turned it around nicely here. Allie Madison now back into the game, and you see the tempo that which Alaska Anchorage plays and the tenacity with which they play. They certainly do move a lot of players in and out of this lineup. Here's a drive right down the lane, right to the basket. Someone's got to step in front of the ball and stop it. Jessica Madison, way too easy. For Anchorage, they make it 20-15. Here's Fragili's pass. Boy, Homer does a nice job to chase it down. Oh, that is hustle. And that is wanting every possession and playing like it's the last possession of your life by number 23, Kiki Robertson, diving into the GNAC sign, knocking it over and falling into the first row of seats here at the West Gym. Great hustle play by Robertson, the 5'5" sophomore from Honolulu, Hawaii. Great team to watch. Alaska Anchorage, you watch them, they really are a pure basketball team that loves to defend, and boy, they play team defense in a tremendous fashion. You don't have to be a aficionado of the game to appreciate the way they defend. And they bring length on the perimeter and do so many great things. They can really, really be a tough team. I mean, look at how many times Simon Fraser has simply gone down the floor and wanted to get into some type of a rhythm to find three-point shooters. They can't go inside out. The lob pass so very rarely is finding the mark down low. Chambers and Kett are firing bullets down there, but fingertips are getting in the way, and that's a sign of a team that is just extending itself on every possession. Sam Beauchamp and Ellen Fragile and Meg Wilson trying to get those passes down low, but Anchorage doing a great job of deflecting balls and just not allowing the Clan to get into any kind of an offensive rhythm here. And as we said, they come into the game leading the GNAC at 13-1. Their lead over second place Seattle Pacific coming into play tonight at 11-3, and Western Washington at 11-4. The Clan, of course, in fourth place at 9-6, already clinched a playoff berth, but want that momentum heading into the GNAC playoffs. Here is Madison quickly up top to Robertson. Lowen back into the game guarding her. They're playing off the Afoa screen. Kick it out for the triple. That's going to fall short by Allie Madison, number 4. Simon Fraser needed it to get an offensive rally going. Aaron Chambers stepped up and hit a big three. They're able to get within a possession. Here is Roberts with the three. She's not going to come up with the make. And Robertson now, McCarthy, the head coach, imploring them to push the ball down the floor. Madison up top. Madison checked that, number 4. Wholesale changes now for the Seawolves. Number 15 is Alicia Devine. Number 11 is Megan Mullings. Among the newcomers onto the floor, I believe, as well. Number 15. Oh, check that. That is Alicia Devine. Right underneath the basket off the inbounds. And Megan Mullings comes in off the bench to get the layup there. 22-15, the lead back out to 7. And what can the Clan do as an answer? Really being limited on the perimeter here. Here's Lowen, a real guard-oriented group. The Clan want to have some quickness in the half court here, so they'll try and break him down off the dribble. Kett quickly cross court to Lowen for the 3. Katie can't find the mark as they try to chase down a loose ball there on the baseline with Meg Wilson. It's Robertson that comes away with the ball. Here's Kiki driving right to the basket, wants to go off the window, can't find the mark there, and battle for a loose ball underneath. Looks like the foul is being called against Roberts of the Clan, number 32. So Alicia with the... And off the inbounds again. Are they going to kill the Clan again? Off the inbounds play. That is 2 times in a row. And this time Megan Mullings again off the window. pushing it out to 9 points. So all that Clan hard work has gone down the tubes. They are trailing by 9. Here's Chambers from 15. Too strong off the back iron. The rebound there by Buchanan. Off the break, Robertson doesn't have numbers, but she'll slow it up and let her teammates handle the ball. Madison, Allie Madison, we should say. Robertson back up on top for 3. Too strong off the back iron there by Jenna Buchanan, who's going to charge the glass, get the rebound, and get the field goal there. I'm not happy if I'm SFU head coach Bruce Langford. Too much action around the basket and not enough of a physical price having to be paid by Anchorage. And that's clearly what's happening here is Rachel Fragile coming off the bench, getting set to check in. Here's Chambers getting bodied in the post. Boy, I'll tell you, Megan Mullings with a hard shove from behind. 26-15 now. The biggest lead of the game now is at 11 points here for Anchorage, and they are making the Clan pay a physical price. Simon Fraser is not putting a body on the Seawolves down low, and they've paid the price. They've given up 2 inbounds plays for layups and an offensive board that led to an easy basket, and this time Chambers unable to score the ball. 4:42 remaining in this opening half of play, and it's starting to be all Anchorage. Skip pass up top as the Seawolves work the shot clock to 10. They're going to take a triple. Too strong off the back iron there by number 12, Jenna Buchanan. And Roberts with the rebound. Meg Wilson, number 15, set to check in for the Clan at the next stoppage. There's Chambers underneath, and Aaron wants the lob, and Afoa is going to body her down low. So Afoa is going to pay the price for the foul, but the Seawolves are sending a message that if you want to lob the ball down low, there's a physical price that's going to be paid. And there is Erin Chambers, the leading scorer in conference history, knocked squarely to the hardwood here at the West Gym. She inbounds the ball, a new shot clock for Simon. They need a basket in a bad way here. Erin for 3. Going to go off the iron. Cat tries to get the weak side rebound, can't do it because Allie Madison gets there first. Let's see what the Simon Fraser Clan do in terms of putting a body on Alaska Anchorage down low. This time the easy defensive rebound gets them down the floor, though, trailing 26-15, 3:50 remaining. Chambers pulls up, tough shot. Aaron's going to nail it from 12. 26-17 the score now. Allie Madison to Jessica Madison. Jenna Buchanan baseline. Decides to come up top, turnaround again. Dog defensively there by Ket, who did a great job of limiting her. Wilson flashes out to try and get a steal. Goes on the deck fragilely as well. They will indeed come up with a basketball. Katie Lowen and Simon Fraser. Meg Wilson gets a hand in there, and they all hit the deck. Good sign for Simon Fraser defensively that they want the basketball. Again, that lob pass. How many times has Simon Fraser been able to turn that into their bread and butter against so many teams in this conference? And tonight, not a sniff. They cannot establish anything down low. And this suffocating defense by Anchorage. 17 points Anchorage has given up in 17 minutes is something to behold. Anchorage is a very imposing group, but if you look at them on the floor in Warrup, you wouldn't think this team is going to take you out of anything you want to run. They have just a terrific basketball team, though. And some of the numbers to tell you about: Anchorage shooting 43% from the field. They're 12 of 28. They've taken no free throw trips. The Clan have only had 2 themselves, so the foul count not up very high, obviously, in this opening half of play. Leading the way for the Seawolves is Jenna Buchanan. She's got 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. She's knocked down a couple of triples. And Megan Mullings as well, 8 points for her, 4 points for Allie Madison, 2 apiece for Kiki Robertson and Jessica Madison. Other side of the ledger for the Clan, shooting 33%, 6 of 18 from the field, only 3 of 11 from downtown. That's 27% for the Clan. Leading the way for Simon Fraser, Elisa Homer with 6. She's knocked down 2 triples. Aaron Chambers with 5 points on 2 of 7 shooting. And 2 points apiece for Fradgley, Wilson, and Sam Beauchamp. Boy, you look at those points in the paint, 20-4. And that really tells you not so much what Anchorage is doing offensively, but defensively. For this Simon Fraser Clan team to have 4 points in the paint in the first 17 minutes of play, it's been absolute denial in the post. And they have established nothing here in the opening half. There's a lob on the baseline that the Clan are able to stop. Chambers driving to the basket. Look at how quickly that defender comes from the weak side of the floor, and that is Megan Mullings. Just so sound positionally. They are coming with help, and they're coming at precisely the right moments to force Aaron Chambers now to shoot 2 of 8 from the field. She's shooting 25%, the leading scorer in GNAC history. And Aaron can't do it by herself. Here's Mullings, turnaround in the post against Wilson. She's got a number of up and under moves as she swirls in the paint off that pivot foot. Robertson, nice spin around move off the glass. Can't find the connection there. But a loose ball, 1 down low. Chambers, good job defensively against Alicia Devine, but the triple goes up off the back iron. Battle there by Wilson. They're going to dig for the ball. Bruce Langford wanted to travel there, but right down in the trenches, it's Jessica Madison. That is a battler down low, and she's going to fight through the contact. Foul being called on the Clan. 28-17. Clan have had some good teams in here. They played back-to-back losses to Cal State Dominguez Hills right before Christmas. But this is the best team Simon Fraser has faced this season. What a basketball team. Jessica Madison completing the three-point play. The lead now at 12 points for Alaska Anchorage. Here's Fradgley just across half court, breaking the pressure to Ket. Aaron's going to come up, wants that lob down low, and again, it's disrupted. Wilson, though, one of the best at stealing the ball in the entire conference. She gets shoved at the last second. No call there. Maybe you could have had an N1 opportunity there for Wilson, but she's going to score it. Cutting it to 10 points. The Clan hanging tough, and they would love to keep this thing under double digits as we get to the break. GNAC women's basketball on Clan TV. Howard Samura, your broadcast host tonight. Solo in the chair here courtside from the West Gym, and happy to bring you the broadcast of Simon Fraser versus Alaska Anchorage wherever you may be watching. And you can hear that from the Anchorage bench. Hey, make the simple play. And basketball is best when it's played in a simple fashion. Turnover going to Simon Fraser. Omnipresent pressure there for Alaska Anchorage. Fradgley cross court to Homer. There's Madison guarding her. She is a tough, tough player. Chambers loses the bounce for a second. Tries to steady herself, and that defense 20 feet from the basket is what leads to the miss because Aaron is forced to try and regain her position and square up in a tough, tough defensive battle here. Down to 40 seconds remaining. 29-19 the score here for the ladies in green, the Seawolves. There's a three-pointer being hoisted well off the mark, high off the window. Down to 28 seconds. Clan with a chance to cut it to under 10 here. 29-19 the score here. 24 seconds left. There is literally no difference between game and shot. We're talking maybe 0.2 of a second difference. Oh, check that. No, they have shut the game clock off, obviously. 29-19 is the score, though. The Clan with 10 seconds to try and cut it under 10 points at the half. Chambers calling for the high screen. She gets it from Wilson. Going cross court to Ket. Down to Wilson. The turnaround hook is going to fall with 0.5 of a second left. And that's a nice basket for the Simon Fraser Clan at the half, 29-21. And it's been a very, very tough battle here. And we're going to be joined in just a second. Assistant coach Emily Wright will have a chance to ask Emily a couple of questions. We'll make it real quick for the coach. As Emily Wright set the step in. Thanks for taking a second, Coach. We appreciate
It takes something really special to pause life, even if it's for a moment. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Great food, great conversations. We'll see you tonight.
Hi everyone, and welcome to SFU Clan TV Sports Desk. I'm Jade Richardson, and here are the SFU athletic stories you need to know. The men's basketball team split their final homestand of the season, winning an action-packed game on Thursday night before falling on senior night. Against Northwest Nazarene, it was a tale of two halves for the Clan as they fought their way to a momentous 92-88 victory. Trailing by a game-high 16 points, SFU's shooters found their groove late in the half to bring the game within 6 points at the midway buzzer. In the second, two back-to-back trays by Cole followed by a dunk in the paint propelled Simon Fraser to their largest lead of the game. It wasn't smooth sailing until the end, however, as the Crusaders battled back, but timely and clutch trips to the charity stripe helped the Clan hang on for the win. On Valentine's Day, SFU fell 112-84 to Central Washington as they moved to 5-10 in GNAC play. Be sure to visit our YouTube channel to watch our one-on-one interviews with the graduating seniors Songo Niang, Justin Cole, and Daniel De Floramonte, as well as the pregame ceremony on senior night. After recording a season-low point total in a 68-45 loss to Western Oregon, the women's basketball team bounced back on Saturday night, winning 82-75 against St. Martin's. Aaron Chambers scored the third highest single-game point total in SFU history to become the GNAC career scoring leader with 1,842 career points. She notched a career-high 41 points to lift the Clan over the Saints and was named GNAC Athlete of the Week for her performance. Sitting in fourth place with a 9-6 record in league play, the team has clinched a playoff berth to the conference tournament. They return home this weekend for their final two home games of the season on Thursday and Saturday. Poised to bounce back from a disappointing 2014 campaign in which the team won just 4 games, the SFU softball team opened the 2015 season with a promising 7-5 record. The Clan will have their first homestand on February 24th against the UBC Thunderbirds at BD Field before starting their conference schedule in March, where they will fight to be one of the top 4 teams in the GNAC to qualify for the conference tournament. Freshman Abby Lloyd won a silver medal and 3 other SFU wrestlers took home bronze at the WCWA Women's College National Championships in St. Louis on Saturday. Lloyd, ranked number 3 heading into the tournament, captured the silver as she won 4 straight matches to reach the final, but lost in the championship match of the 109 weight class. As a team, SFU finished 4th with 172 points in the final team standings, and 8 Clan wrestlers earned All-American honors. Finally, the Clan men's and women's track and field teams will be well represented at this week's GNAC Indoor Championships following their final qualifying weekend in Seattle. Clan athletes posted several top performances this past weekend, led by Jennifer Johnson, who took 8 seconds off her previous personal best in the 3,000 meters, propelling her to 1st in the GNAC and 3rd overall among NCAA Division II women. She was named GNAC Track and Field Athlete of the Week for her performance. On the men's side, Marc-Antoine Rouleau took 3 seconds off his time in the 3,000 meters, moving the freshman into 2nd in the GNAC standings. I'm Jade Richardson, and we will be sure to see you next time.
University. They're watching from outside of the lower mainland of British Columbia. Welcome to Clan TV and prepared for the second half of play. About 5 minutes away from the start of the second half. In town tonight, Alaska Anchorage, the Seawolves with a 29-21 lead over the Simon Fraser Clan. Our apologies for not having our microphone courtside working for that interview with Emily Wright at the end of the first half of play, but Coach Wright and I were talking about the fact that this team has to find a way to make an imprint offensively and how tough it's been to enter the ball down into the post. Simon Fraser really needs to take care of the basketball. The early indicators really showed the Anchorage squad taking a big lead in points off of turnovers. Simon Fraser was able to make some gains in that department towards the end of the opening half of play, but the real story in the paint, 22-8, really tells you the story in Anchorage's favor, that Simon Fraser just couldn't establish anything down low against their visitors here from the Great White North. So the task at hand for Simon Fraser is going to be to try to win this second half if they can. And we'll just tell our producer engineer Gabriel Lynn if he's got the headset on right now. Gabe, let's actually go without the courtside interview, if you don't mind. I wanted to break down the box score. There's about 3:30 remaining. And is that going to be okay? Just give us a thumbs up. We're going to be okay with that. We'll really get into the box score here and tell you about a lot of the things happening on the Simon Fraser campus as well. And before we go any further, I really wanted to let you know about a big event happening on campus, and that's going to be the Gathering of the Clan. So you can join us on Tuesday, March the 3rd at the Vancouver Convention Center West to celebrate the annual Gathering of the Clan. And boy, I'll tell you, this season it's the Canadian icon Steve Nash set to be the guest of note. All proceeds supports SFU Athletics scholarships. Tickets now on sale, and you can visit athletics.sfu.ca for more information on how to get yours. Steve Nash, the hero of British Columbia, set to be the featured guest on the Gathering of the Clan. So that's March the 3rd, 2015, Vancouver Convention Center West. If you're able to get out here to the Simon Fraser campus Saturday for the final basketball game of the season atop Burnaby Mountain, when the Clan ladies host Fairbanks here at 7 o'clock, you can take advantage of the sweater blowout deal happening on the upper concourse. Most sweaters are only $30, so you can get outfitted now at a great price. Also, to celebrate the pink game this Saturday, we're selling pink women's basketball t-shirts for $15, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to cancer research. You can get yours right here at the West Gym or email tickets@sfu.ca to order your own and support a great cause. And Saturday is going to be a real emotional one here for the fans of Clan women's basketball as Erin Chambers plays her final game atop Burnaby Mountain. Of course, Erin Chambers, a high school superstar in her days in Mission, 5 straight years starting on her team's senior varsity roster, and of course making the trek up to Burnaby Mountain to join what was then a new idea NCAA Division II women's basketball here at Simon Fraser. And of course, the Sweet 16 berth in a couple seasons ago, Erin, and of course the incredible Niall Raincock-Akunwe, part of that great Simon Fraser Clan team that advanced to the Sweet 16 and lost to Western Washington down in Bellingham. The Clan women's basketball doing a great job, making great headway here this season, battling in a tough GNAC conference with that 9-6 record. Anchorage, of course, coming in here with a 13-1 record. They won 11 straight, haven't lost since the 1st of January. So nearly perfect in the calendar year of 2015. Some of the top scorers in the opening half play. Only one double-digit scorer in this game, and that will be Jenna Buchanan. She's 4 of 5 from the field. She's hit 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, 10 points and 3 rebounds, along with 2 steals. As well, Megan Mullings, 4 of 7 from the field for 8 points, 5 rebounds, including 4 on the offensive glass. So Megan Mullings has 4 times more offensive rebounds than the entire Clan team. Simon Fraser out-rebounded 29-21. And sorry for that extraneous court noise. That's why we have our producer extraordinaire, Gabriel Lynn, on hand. He's showing us how to twirl the knobs down here. And we can hear you a lot clearer now as the Seawolves get set to inbound the ball to open the second half of play. Simon Fraser in that opening half of play. 2 6-point scores leading the way, and that's Meg Wilson and Elisa Homer. Erin Chambers was held to 5 points on 2 of 9 shooting. She had 6 turnovers, and you know Erin's going to want to try and make amends for that as we get underway here in the second half of play. Robertson, guarded by Lowe, and the skip pass on the block. Attempted turnaround move, escapes the grip there for a second of number 11, Megan Mullings. But a steal there by Kett, and Simon Fraser gets down the court. Simon Fraser trailing by 8 points. They got a basket with half a second remaining in the opening half to draw within 8. Biggest lead of the game, 3 in the key being called against the Clan. Anchorage led by as many as 12 points in that first half of play. Anchorage back now into the half court. Allie Madison, the handoff to Robertson. Skipping up about 18 feet away from the basket, the lob down low. And this time, 2 bodies converge on her. It's Wilson and Chambers. We're going to make Mullings pay a physical price down low. Great job with the 2 ladies coming together defensively. The ball will still stay with the Seawolves. They got 9 on the shot clock. We're just under a minute into the second half of play here. Homer very quickly in for Fradgley. And Homer, I thought, worked very hard defensively in the opening half of play. Wilson's going to get the steal off the inbounds. Meg bringing it up the court to the team's quarterback. Ellen Kett quickly to Katie Lowen. They'll move the ball around and try and get into a shooting rhythm, something they couldn't do. That could possibly open up the paint a bit for them. Here's Homer with a miss on the 3, though. Great hustle there by Kett to swoop in from the weak side, get that loose ball, and feed Wilson underneath the basket. Meg with the layup there, 29-23. A 2-possession game again. The Clan have cut 6 points off the Seawolves' largest lead of the game. There's a triple, too strong off the back iron. Battle for the rebound, and Chambers is going to get the ball off the bounce. To Kett now. Little crossover by Ellen. To Lowen, finds a wide open lane. They converge on her as she kicks out to Kett for the triple, and Ellen knocks down the big shot. Katie Lowen took 2 bounces into the paint. 3 Alaska Anchorage players came to her, and she kicked it out for the wide open triple. Ellen Kett knocks down a big shot. It's a 3-point game, and the Clan have come out on fire here to start the second half of play against a number 1 ranked team in all of NCAA Division II women's basketball. That's what a good basketball team does. They go down to their bread and butter down low, and they find Mullings. That foul, the first of the game on Meg Wilson, defending in the post, but that entry comes so quickly, so decisively. And Wilson getting called for the foul. 2 Megs going at it down low, and Mullings, the 6-foot junior from Glendale, Arizona, Cactus High School, Sacramento State transfer, at the free throw line, leaves it short off the front of the iron. Lowen with the rebound. 4-point lead, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Mullings. And here's the Clan. Great lob down low to Chambers in the traffic, though, and Aaron unable to finish that basket. We are talking an absolute hair of a second to try and get something to happen. And that's how quickly that Anchorage defense is going to converge on you down low. And you know, they talk about a shot blocker makes you think about taking the shots. Well, a converging defense like that makes you think about it when you're driving the baseline, trying to get a tough layup, and you know traffic is coming in a hurry to meet you. Aaron unable to score the basketball, but is getting to the free throw line. Chambers again. She's going to make them both, and there we go. It's a 2-point game at 30-28 now. Clan showing pressure for the first time in this game. The double team coming quickly, but they get it to Robertson. She walks it up over half court. Here's Robertson. Up on top to right. Drive in the paint, and looks like Lowen is going to get called for the foul for a reach. Well, actually, check that. It's going to go to Ellen Kett, number 5, as the official flashes all 5 digits there. So Kett with a foul. Jumper. Too strong off the iron. Offensive rebound again. And wrestling for the ball, they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go, I believe, the Clan's way on the alternating possession. Again, those offensive rebounding numbers were huge in the opening half of play. Simon Fraser only had 1 offensive rebound. I'll tell you, the free throw trips as well in that opening half of play. There were 3 total free throw trips by both teams combined in the opening half of play. So everything's sorted out here. The Clan with a fresh shot clock and the ball. Ellen Kett now. Lowen over the double team quickly to Chambers. Cross court pass to Kett. Working in the corner for the 3 to Homer. Can't find the mark there. Great save by Lowen underneath to Wilson. Kicking it out for the triple, and there's Kett. Knocking down the big triple. Ellen is on fire. She's hit back-to-back triples for this Clan team, and Simon Fraser has come back from 12 down to take a 31-30 lead here with 16 and a half minutes remaining. That's what the number 1 team in the country is going to do. They're going to come right back, stick the dagger right back in your faces. And Jessica Madison knocks down the 3 there, restoring the Anchorage lead at 33-31. But Simon Fraser, gutsy, as all get out here in the second half of play to rally from 12 down to take a brief lead there. Here's Kett to Homer. Oh, in and out of the cylinder for Lisa Homer. I thought that was going down for her. Robertson back in command at the point for Anchorage. 16:02 remaining in this basketball game. There's Robertson putting up the shot off the front of the iron from about 16 feet. Chambers quickly to Wilson on the run. You see Meg's athleticism with her size. Well suited against anybody. There's Chambers driving into a tough heart of the defense, and that is the toughest shot Erin Chambers has hit in this basketball game. Into traffic, Erin steadies herself and gets a nice short little jumper to fall. Ties the game here at 33, and a turnover in the block now this time. Simon Fraser with a chance to take the lead again here. Ellen Kett coming down the floor. Working for Katie Lowen's 3-ball. Katie Lowen for the triple. And that is a 36-33 lead, and time is being called by Ryan McCarthy. Alaska Anchorage wants to talk things over. The Clan have come out with a purpose here in the second half, no question about it. Clan trailing by 8 at the half. Now with a 3-point lead, that 11-point swing coming in the span of 4:49 for the Simon Fraser Clan. They're moving the ball well, and that's been the key. It's amazing what a little bit of penetration can do, a little bit of life inside the paint, what it can do when you can move the ball and get your 3-point shooting game in a rhythm. And that's what the Clan have done. They've gone inside out. They found their shooters, and they're knocking them down. Erin Chambers with a tough shot right in the paint. And a couple of triples from Ellen Kett have really done the trick here for the Simon Fraser University Clan. Number 1 ranked Alaska Anchorage. And we know there's so much time left, and this is such a great Seawolves team. You saw the defensive tenacity of this team. When they lock down and decide they want to defend and deny in the post, you are going to have to be absolutely on your A game just to get a look down low. And that's what timeouts and what great teams do when they come out of timeouts is take away everything you were doing. We'll see if that starts to happen here again, and the Anchorage Seawolves can dig in their heels at both ends of the floor. Here's a drive to the basket. Kett getting in the way, and Ellen Kett doing what she does absolutely. I don't know if there's a guard in the conference who can draw a charge better than Ellen Kett, and she does her job there. The foul being called against Jenna Buchanan, I believe. Anyway, timeout on the floor, and Ellen Kett not only knocking down the triples, but talk about the art of taking the charge and be willing to stand in. And if you're watching the play of Ellen Kett down under. Obviously, you're enjoying the way she is playing for this team. And the best part of it all for Clan fans, Ellen Kett's only a sophomore. She's got 2 more seasons in Simon Fraser colors, and that is great news for head coach Bruce Langford and company, who will obviously so much left to prove this season with the GNAC playoffs ahead, and the thought that, you got to come through with some great wins. You're going to have to beat the best teams, and based on the fact that you're not nationally ranked, you're going to have to win that tournament if you want to advance. And you know what? This is the team that you got to get through at some point if you want to do it. The Simon Fraser Clan doing a terrific job right now with a 3-point lead and 15 minutes remaining as they come out of the timeout. Chambers set to inbound the ball. Number 3 with a fresh 30 quickly to Kett. Simon Fraser outscoring Anchorage 15-4 in the second half of play. 15-4. I don't know if there's many 5-minute spans in Anchorage's season-long record that would indicate somebody outscoring them. 15-4. They again are denied, though, in the skip pass down to Wilson. And charging up the court is Allie Madison. Here's Madison quickly on the baseline, though, driving to the basket. Jessica Madison, and she is rejected on the baseline. To our Canadian basketball fans who are used to watching CIS basketball, this Alaska Anchorage team reminds me a lot of the Windsor Lancers, the reigning CIS National Women's Dynasty. Just really hard-nosed physical players. There's a drive in the paint off the window, won't go, and a tip drill underneath, and Wilson tries to win it, can't squeeze it at the end. Allie Madison is a tough, hard-nosed player, number 4 for this Alaska team. And watch her take the ball to the rim. Impressive display of strength on her part. Here's Kett now, quickly up to Chambers, wants to get it across the half-court stripe, and right behind her is Robertson. They're playing defense from every part of the court here. Chambers set to inbounds, 27 on the shot clock, so lots of time here for the Clan. Kett back to Chambers. Ooh, and Robertson just a little too physical there. Those are not the kind of fouls the quarterback of this team wants to be taken. Robertson getting whistled for the foul there. Now 30 on the shot clock, a fresh one for the Clan. Roberts to Wilson back up top. They got the inside out going. Here's Katie Lowen, the great drop down pass to Wilson off the window. And finally the Simon Fraser Clan get a nice look down low and score it. They lead this game 38-33 with 13:50 remaining. Anchorage coming back to score it, but 38-33. That was a 5-point lead off the Wilson lay-in. Anchorage coming right back to make it a 1-possession game, and the Clan again. Here's Lowen. Step back, pass up top to Chambers, head fake into the paint, jump stop by Aaron, and the shot off the front of the iron. It's not going to go in Anchorage very quickly with Robertson up the court. Anchorage on that 11-game winning streak in the conference, and what a great lob down low, and great body control down low by Mullings to make that layup fall, and they pulled it within 1 to the Seawolves. Simon Fraser needs to play smart basketball. Every pass has to have a purpose against this Alaska defense. There's Wilson flashing for a entry pass, but they're not sure if they can deliver it. This time they do. Wilson, quick turnaround. Double team comes out. They kick it back up top, and Kett knocks down a huge triple. And you have to credit Wilson for great play. That double team came so quickly. Meg reverses the ball and caught Alaska flat-footed. Kett drops the triple, 41-37 SFU. Great play there. Oh, and Wilson just out of control there is going to come over the top and get called for the foul. What great ball reversal there by Meg Wilson. You have to move the ball with purpose to get the number 1 ranked team in the nation to bite on something that obvious. And Meg just rocketed that pass out to Ellen Kett for the triple. Kett now coming off the floor. Her teammate standing as she comes off the floor. Katie Lowen now back into the game along with Homer. The other guards on the floor. Chambers. Great play there. Doesn't fall for Anchorage. They get the putback though, and those will drive coaches crazy. Second chance opportunities give them a basket, making it 41-39. Here's Wilson into the corner to Homer. 12:04 remaining. There's a breaking point in this game where Simon Fraser just can't relent. They have to continue to play at this same high level to have any chance to win this basketball game. Here's Chambers for three, hand right in her face. Great job defensive there. Allie Madison getting right in her grill. Meg battling hard underneath. Right down the floor, they're going to go. There's a shot put up, and in transition, the kick out on the wing to Jenna Buchanan. That's the kind of basketball a savvy team is going to score. They found a high percentage shot easily in transition, and they made the shot they were supposed to make to tie this basketball game. Here's Homer. Katie Lowen. Skip. Kick it back up top to Katie for the three. Front iron off, and Roberts now with the ball. Chambers. 26 on the shot clock off the offensive rebound. Again, Wilson flashing for the entry, can't do it. Oh boy, I'll tell you, that is a tough pass. Inside, Meg's going to have to come and meet the ball with hands everywhere. Foul being called there on Sierra Foa. Timeout on the floor, and you can tell what Bruce Langford's doing right now with his Simon Fraser Clan basketball team. Really is keeping the inexperience on the bench. Samantha Beauchamp and Rachel Fradgley, both first-year players, are not seeing a lot of floor time here. He's going with his veteran players, and that's the usual crew. But add into that crew the Pepperdine transfer Roberts, number 32, as well as Elisa Homer, who redshirted in this program last season. So players on the floor have had their reps, and they're more the veteran look that Bruce Langford is going with. He's really going with like a six-player rotation right now. Not a whole lot of subbing. He's just asking those girls to give it everything they've got, and they've done a terrific job here over the first 9 minutes of this second half of play. Simon Fraser, they scored 21 points in the first half of play. They've scored 20 points in the first 9:02 of this second half of play. So clearly have found some things that are working. They just can't get into a situation where they're trading baskets with this Anchorage team. They've got to really, really bear down and lock it up in the half court, which is easier said than done. This Anchorage team is clearly been winning by some big margins this year. You look at their scores heading in, and they have been very, very dominant, obviously, with that 13-1 record in the conference. Here's Roberts, and the Pepperdine transfer will knock it down. Alicia Roberts, the big triple coming out of the timeout is a huge basket. 44-41 the score here. Simon Fraser with the lead over the number one ranked team in NCAA Division II women's basketball. Back up top, and Simon doing a great job defensively. They are disrupting things and are not allowing the easy entry as well. Oh, Wilson almost got a fingertip on that. The double team comes, but the solid play down low. Now that's Megan Mullings. She's listed at 6 foot, a junior out of Glendale, Arizona, a transfer from Sac State. But boy, she has massive wingspan, and she's way stronger than she might appear when she goes down there in the post. And those long arms really give her an advantage. Her and Wilson, great foes down there tonight, battling inside the paint. 3-point Clan lead. Second free throw is up, and both of them are going to miss. Wow, a tough foul there for Jessica Madison, the Port Angeles, Washington native, the junior, getting called for the foul and the push there. Insult to injury, missing both free throws, and getting whistled for a foul. So not where Anchorage wants to be, coming off of that foul by the Clan. Here's Roberts trying to get the pass inside to Wilson, kicking it up top to Kett. Well, muscle it around the perimeter. Ooh, and that pass down in the block, into the far baseline corner. It's going to skip out of bounds and up the players' ramp. The officials waiting for the ball. Took a roll outside the gymnasium. West Gym. Enthusiastic Clan crowd on hand tonight to watch the second to last women's basketball game of the season up here on the hill. Catch and shoot three there is going to fall. Ripping the mesh there. Great form as Jenna Buchanan The Alaska native in the corner, and a turnover for the Clan. That three-quarter court pressure by Alaska causing, oh, check that, it's going to stay with the Clan. Apologies there, it's going to go off an Alaska player. So Clan with the basketball. Just past the midway mark here, locked at 44 on Clan TV. We enjoyed the broadcast in HD today with our producer-engineer Gabriel Lynn. Bringing you the action here from the West Gym. Apologies for any technical difficulties we may have had. Fragilely now back into the game. Coach McCarthy wanting a travel call there, doesn't get it. Here's Chambers for three from the corner, rolling off the back iron. Homer thought she could get the loose ball there, but that's Jessica Madison. Got that ball, and this time the kick out to Madison from the paint is deflected out of bounds by Homer. Elisa Homer's had one of her best two-way games of the season, I think, tonight. She's looked solid defensively, especially, but also that three-point touch there. She's knocked down the shot from downtown and really coming into her own as a redshirt freshman here with this Clan basketball team. Little head fake there by Devine, number 15. This time driving to the basket, number 4. Can't get it to go. That's Madison. Clan right back up the floor. They want to make things count here in a tie basketball. Tough shot by Chambers. And boy, I'll tell you, that is defense. That is a player you want on your side, Megan Mullings. She is a tremendous basketball player. Mullings sticking to Chambers like glue, deflecting the shot, not getting called for the foul, just doing a great job defensively. It is, for the basketball purists, what a team to watch. Look at the outstretched arms of number 13, Kiki Wright. There is so much wingspan on this Alaska team. My gosh, you wonder why it's hard. You combine heart with wingspan, and that's why you can't enter the ball. So Kiki Wright, I believe, indeed called for the foul there. Chambers with 9 minutes left in this. I wish this game could go on all night. There's only 9 minutes left in the darn thing. There's a turnover there, and right down the floor, jump stop at 14. Pull-up shot is going to fall. Take what's there. Allie Madison does just that. 46-44 now. The Seawolves fighting their way back into the lead by 2 here. Here's Roberts. Tough baseline, high arcer there, and the freshman Fragilely knocks down the short little jumper on the baseline to tie this game. What a contest. Coming back for 3, and the attempted offensive rebound. Tough break there, and Chambers is going to get called for the foul from behind. And so for Chambers, only her second of the game. She quickly rallies her team around her and lets them know what she wants them to do here. Erin Chambers, the leader of this basketball team, the best player in the conference, and the now recently minted all-time leading scorer in conference history. Battle for a loose ball. There's Ellen Kett showing the grit on the floor, battling with Kiki Wright for that loose ball. Alternating possession's going to give it to Anchorage. Check that. And off the inbounds, Robertson quickly up top to Jessica Madison. Back up top to Allie Madison. I believe no relation here with the Madisons, to Robertson. Oh, great defense there by Katie Lowen. Unfortunately, it's going to go off of Lowen, but what hustle there by Katie to dive in there and forces Alaska to set everything up again off the inbounds with only 8 on the shot clock, 8:09 remaining in this game. That was Hart defensively, and here's Lowen jumping up defensively. Oh, very close to taking a foul there. She's got a mismatch. Oh, and that's a tough shot on the baseline. So Fairbanks now with that 48-46 lead and a turnover. They get the steal off the entry down low. The Clan have done an amazing job against the number 1 team in NCAA Division II women's basketball, but still trailing by 2 and needing to play the perfect final 7:40. There's a skip pass on a backdoor cut that Homer reads. And Elisa, great job reading the backdoor cut, gets in there defensively. Homer has had a tremendous defensive basketball game. There's no doubt about that. The timeout on the floor is the Clan ladies almost up to half court. Elisa Homer read the backdoor cut perfectly, got a hand on that loose ball and disrupted things for Alaska Anchorage with 7:34 remaining. The timeout on the floor. Can the Clan do it? Can they put together the signature of their season? Well, it would be their signature of the season. This Alaska Anchorage team gets everybody's best shot every night, though, and they came in here with a 23-1 overall record, #1 ranked in 3 different polls, obviously the top team in the West region. What a basketball team they are, and wow, I was watching head coach Ryan McCarthy and head coach Bruce Langford in a long pregame talk, and clearly talking about the state of the conference, perhaps their teams, and what lies ahead for both at the GNAC conference playoffs. But what a display of basketball by both teams. Alaska Anchorage building their lead to as many as 12, and the Clan coming back. Simon Fraser building their biggest lead to as many as 5. So there's been a 17-point swing on the largest leads by both teams in this basketball game. A rousing rendition of Smoke on the Water right now here in the West Gym as both teams come back on the floor. 7:34 remaining. Chambers, 3 of 14 from the field, and you got to take your hat off to that Alaska Anchorage defense, the best player in the conference right now, held to 9 points and 8 turnovers. But the Clan, bottom line, are only trailing by 2 points with 7:24 remaining. Low and high post pass to Wilson, up top to Homer. Katie, the drive inside the paint. Foul being called in the one-on-one situation in effect here. 23, that is going to be Kiki Robertson being called for the foul there. And Katie Lowen with a chance. The Lethbridge, Alberta native will step up from 15, and she has a chance to lock the score here. Coming into the game now are number 15 and number 11. Megan Mullings, number 11. Alicia Devine is number 15. A lot of Alaska natives as well on this team. Katie makes the front end. Give herself a chance to tie this game.
Cowboy! Cowboy! Cowboy!
And off the back iron, wants the roll, doesn't get the friendly roll. Katie, 1 of 2. 48-47 the score here for Alaska Anchorage, the guests who will be at Western Washington on Saturday at Sam Carver Gym to play the Vikings. Fairbanks tonight at Sam Carver to play Western Washington, and they'll trade opponents. Fairbanks here on Saturday. For seniors night at Simon Fraser, 7 o'clock tip-off. I hope you'll join us live in the gym. If you can't, Clan TV the place to be to catch it all on Saturday night, 7 o'clock. We'll ask our producer-engineer Gabriel Lynn if he's got an update over the course of the evening from the Simon Fraser Clan men's game. We hope to get you that score with 7 minutes remaining in this one. Here is Lowen. Ooh, almost jumping in the passing lane there with the steal is Robertson. Back to Katie. 12 on the shot clock for the Clan. Chambers. Erin puts her head down on the baseline. Tough shot from 12. Won't go for Erin. Big time rebound there by the Seawolves, number 12, Jenna Buchanan. Oh, great idea anyway. That's one of those ones where if you catch that ball and you squeeze it and you lay it up, your whole team jumps off the bench. But when you can't squeeze it in the pass, a little low to Megan Mullings there. She's unable to get that ball. You should have seen the body language of Ryan McCarthy, the head coach, who's about 5 feet away from my broadcast location. Really told the story there in a tight basketball game here on Burnaby Mountain. Skip pass, jumping in front of that Lowen skip pass. Robertson, and she's going to draw into the contact, but she's going to get called for the travel. And Ellen Kett doesn't draw the charge, but she does induce a turnover. And I tell you, Ellen is one tough cookie. She's pulling that jaw guard out right now and checking for blood as she comes off the floor. She's fine, but boy, what a warrior, an absolute warrior Ellen Kett is. Katie Lowen, number 1 in to spell her, along with Homer, Roberts, Chambers, and Wilson for the Clan. Clan men's basketball with about 4 minutes remaining. 88-74 is the score for Simon Fraser. And they've got a tough task, and we thank Gabriel Lynn for that update from Lacey, Washington. But Simon Fraser leading the game by double digits plus in the final 4 minutes of play. And, you know, they got to keep winning if they have any shot at catching or having a chance to play for that final playoff spot in the GNAC when they close out the regular season in another week at Western Washington. Back to main action here. It's a 48-47 lead. An air ball put up there by the Seawolves. And they're hearing it from the younger portion of the SFU crowd here. The usual air ball chant being put through the building here. But what a basketball game here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast on Clan TV. There comes that double team quickly with Madison, number 25. She's so athletic. Ket back into this game now to Roberts. Oh, great give! Oh, and Meg Wilson can't finish it, but that is a great give by Chambers. Back down on the other side, the pull-up, one-handed push shot there by Allie Madison from 13, and it falls. It's a 3-point lead now, and the Clan need to get this ball across half court. Chambers does the trick there. Here is Roberts now. Thought about the entry to Wilson. Instead up top to Ket Ellen. Stops at the top. Pops to Homer for three. Homer in and out of the cylinder. Offensive board by Wilson. She's pushed. No call there. They come back up off the floor and pulling up from 14 with another wild shot off the glass. And that is Allie Madison. And McCarthy wants timeout. He's going to get it. Allie Madison has come down the floor 2 straight trips. And that little jump stop pull-up from 13 feet, she's put it off the window both times. And that has made this game a 5-point margin for Alaska Anchorage. Boy, I tell you, Erin Chambers made a great pass underneath the basket. Meg Wilson would love to have that play back because, boy, that was a 4-way passing play that just gave her a layup underneath. A tough break for Wilson and the Clan. They couldn't cash in on it. So keep it at 52-47 with 4:39 remaining in this basketball game. Anchorage coming out of the timeout. They have a 5-point lead with 4:39 remaining. Coming out for the Clan in this situation, Roberts, who I watched in practice about an hour and a half before this game. She was on the floor. It must have been 25 minutes I watched her. Maybe she missed 3 shots, and she was just stroking the ball. Number 32, and we'll see if she can't knock one down here. Doesn't go for her, goes off the side iron. Battle under the boards there for that loose ball, and elbows everywhere from Jessica Madison. Ellen Ket coming in and causes the foul. This is one hard-nosed basketball team. I could watch Simon play UAA all night. We should play 8 quarters. This is or 8 halves even. This is a great basketball game. 52-47, 4:15 remaining. And here's Robertson at the top, guarded by Ket, looking to work off the high screen. Turns a corner back up top, and they're going to get a 3 from the top. That's going to swirl in and out. Homer, a huge rebound off that miss by Jess Madison. And Ryan McCarthy, the head coach, clapping out, big stop, and that's what they need to do here. From an Alaska Anchorage perspective, the Clan, though, obviously looking for the basket that can pull them to within 1 possession, and she is going to get the roll. That is Roberts. We talked about the shooting stroke she was in before this basketball game began. She got a lot of love from the iron. There did Roberts, the Pepperdine transfer out of York House in Vancouver. What a shot, a big shot, making it 52-50 with 3:30 remaining. Here's Afoa quickly to Madison. He's going to drive around the Wilson high screen quickly. Oh, Afoa's got a wide open jump shot. Can't knock that down. She couldn't believe how wide open she was. Sierra Afoa, the 5'9 freshman from Diamond High School in Anchorage, wide open, staring at the rim, couldn't knock down the shot. And that's one of those tough shots. You're so wide open, and you watch Afoa and you know that she's not in this offense as a jump shooter, but boy, she was wide open. Just couldn't knock it down. A timeout on the floor, and it's a 2-point game here, 3:16 remaining. And the Simon Fraser Clan looking to do the unthinkable, and that's beat the number 1 ranked team in NCAA Division II basketball. This is the same drill, though, that Anchorage goes through every night. They're so used to everybody everybody wanting to make their season with a win over them. They are an awfully resilient group. The Simon's taken 2 or 3 runs at them tonight, and boy, they have been up to the challenge, this Anchorage team. Coming off their travel and their flight down here to, as most teams do, probably flying down to Bellingham and traveling north here to play. Then after the game, heading back down the short drive to Bellingham for that game against Western Washington on Saturday. 52-50 the score. Simon Fraser having outscored the Seawolves 29-23 here in the second half of play. Quick run through the numbers. 4 double-digit scores now for Anchorage, and you look at their season point per game totals, and that's what they've got. Great balance through the lineup. Jenna Buchanan with 15, Megan Mullings with 11, 10 apiece. For Kiki Robert, check that, Jessica Madison and Allie Madison. Clan with just 1 double-figure score, and that's Meg Wilson. She's got 10. Erin Chambers, 3 of 16 from the field with 9 points. As well, 9 points for Ellen Kett. Back to live action here in the final 3:08 of an extremely entertaining basketball game. Here's Kett in the half court. Cross-court pass to Homer. They go to Roberts. She's going to go down to Wilson. And Meg's going to get the opportunity for the N1 play. And Meg Wilson deserves that after that great cut. If you're willing to cut hard and work hard in the half-court offense, you're going to catch your opponent napping on occasion. Alaska Anchorage has been near perfect in that department, covering that kind of stuff. At that time, Wilson coming off a hard cut is wide open, and she is going to complete the 3-point play, and that's going to give the Clan a lead at 53-52. 2:53 remaining, Clan with the lead. Driving right down, and Chambers tries to get in the way, can't stop that determined drive by Allie Madison. And Madison, number 4, what a player. She has put her team back up by 1. Chambers now with the basketball. Roberts knocked down that great 3 a moment ago. Here's Homer, the drive, the skip to Kett. Cross-court pass back to Roberts. Great pass to Aaron, off the window, and Aaron Chambers. That is a huge basket for this Clan team. 2:24 remaining, 55-54 the score. Talking about moving well without the basket, the last 2 baskets. And here comes Alaska again. They are just a buzzkill for the Clan fans. Jenna Buchanan. And I wasn't looking, apologies, but I think Kett just drew another charge. And that'll be 3 in the game now for Kett, I believe. And she's going to step up to the free throw line very slowly, but she gets there. Ellen Kett, what a player she's been for the Clan this season. The difference between the freshman and the sophomore season for Ellen Kett, so dramatic. And she's not going to get the bounce off the rim. The Seawolves are, though, and they'll come down the floor quickly. Kiki Robertson, number 23. Kett guarding her. Allie Madison, number 4, little head fake on Homer. Skipping back up top to Buchanan from the elbow. Buchanan knocks down a big shot from the elbow. That is a huge shot. 1:49 remaining, a 3-point lead here now for Anchorage. Simon Fraser. Oh, and that errant pass, I'm not too sure. She should have just let it go out of bounds, but Megan Mullings thought she had the wingspan to get it. She tips it out of bounds, and it will instead go to Simon Fraser. So a bit of a break there. Checking in quickly, Kiki Wright's going to come in for Megan Mullings. Megan Mullings knows what she did. No need to say a thing there. She has been a warrior all game long for Anchorage. Here's Wilson, tip ball though, and it's going to go to the Seawolves. 1:39 remaining. Huge turnover here. The Clan down by 1 possession of the number 1 team in the land. But the turnover costly here as Alaska Anchorage is going to try and run their high weave here and take some time off the clock. The shot clock now down to 9. Well, they want to try and find the best look they can. Here's Madison knifing through the paint. And the foul is going to get called on the Clan. Indeed, as we thought, it's going to be Homer being called for the block there. 58-55. And these are big free throws here for Madison. And they'll be Allie Madison's first trips to the free throw line tonight. There's been very few free throws in this game. The front end being knocked down by Madison very quickly. The high fives there at the free throw line with Devine and Wright. Clan timeout here, 1:12 remaining. The lead at 4. Still plenty of time for the Clan to do something, but clearly they're going to have to make a game-defining play here in the final 1:12 if they want to come through with the victory. And Simon Fraser's never beaten the number 1 ranked team at any stage of their 5 years as the Division II team. Of course, Simon Fraser, you look at the banners in this gymnasium, Bruce Langford led this team to 5 Canadian University championships over an incredible coaching career. And of course, Allison McNeil, the former Oregon Duck and the former Canadian senior women's national team coach, established an incredible winning tradition here when the Clan were in the NAIA days. So Simon Fraser women's basketball has had many highlighted games over the last few decades, and I'm not overstating things to say that a victory here would be one of those games. But a 5-point deficit here off that made free throw, 1:12 remaining, 60-55 here. Number 1 ranked Alaska Anchorage in town, doing their thing here in the late go. And here's Lowen, wants to drive, gets it cut off. Cross-court pass to Ket. Ellen keeps that pivot, the handoff to Chambers. No, instead to Wilson, back up top to Aaron. Under a minute remaining, Aaron off the window, gets a great shot to fall. Aaron Chambers. That was great ball movement in the half court. We are under a minute in a 1-possession game. 60-57, not too sure what's going on. Thought there was a timeout on the floor. Instead, no timeout on the floor. Anchorage has the ball, 54.3 seconds remaining. They lead check that by 3 over the host Clan. Set the inbound, the ball now number 15, Devine. And she will get it back, Alicia Devine, quickly against some Clan half-court pressure. Quickly to Robertson. Here's Robertson. Devine on the wing, down to 40 seconds. There's about 23 seconds difference between game and shot clock, so that shot clock down to 8 for Anchorage. Can they get the stop they want? There's right into traffic, and the foul is called. Meg Wilson, I believe, will get called for the foul there. So Wilson getting called for the foul there, sending Kiki Wright to the free throw line. Kiki Wright, 1 of 3 from the field, has not attempted a free throw tonight. And she is going to miss the first. This is a massive free throw right now. It could make it a 2-possession game as Wright rears back now and gets prepared. She is going to get that. She's going to swish. That is a 2-possession game. A big free throw there by Wright. 4-point lead, Chambers with the ball. Clan need to have purpose here. Here's Wilson. Little head fake on the baseline. Out of the double team quickly to Chambers at the top. Scoop pass to Aaron for 3. Side iron out, and the rebound there by Devine. A huge rebound. And what a big rebound that was. The Clan forced a foul. And Alaska Anchorage is making the plays they need to make here in the stretch drive of this basketball game. 11.1 seconds left. It's a 2-possession game. 61-57. And guess who's at the free throw line? It's Allie Madison. What a basketball game this has been. She's going to miss the top end of the front end of the 1-and-1. The Clan with 8 seconds left, trailing by 4. Chambers, she's the one you want with the ball, puts up a 3, knocks it down! 3.5 seconds remaining. Clan foul as quickly as they can. They foul Devine. And so Devine setting to step up to the free throw line. Oh, I thought that was a 3. It's actually a 2. We'll ask everybody here at the minor officials table. And statistician Zahid Vali Hassam is conferring with the officials. I guess that was a 2-pointer. 61-59. Literally no time left here as Devine gets set to shoot free throws. Alicia Devine She's a 62% free throw shooter. She's 24 of 39 on the season. 1.5 seconds left. That was a big shot hit by Chambers just inside the arc. And now Alicia Devine. What a game it's been here tonight as Devine makes the first. It's a 3-point lead. Anything's possible, but a make here by Devine pretty much puts the game out of reach. The Clan are going to try some type of home run heave here to try and get it, but it's not going to happen with that 4-point lead now and 1.5 seconds left. Here's Chambers quickly. The pass down the floor to Wilson. She's going to hoist it, and she gets it off in time. It's not going to go, and 63-59. The Anchorage Seawolves will survive, and they will head down to Bellingham on Friday. A victory there will give them at least a share of the GNAC regular season title. They seem certain to clinch that very, very soon. What a gutsy effort by the Simon Fraser Clan. 63-59 is the final score here from the West Gym. And we're going to stay with you while we await the final stats from this contest. What an outstanding effort by the Simon Fraser Clan women. The number 1 team in the nation, 63-59, a chance to win it down to the late stages. A terrific effort, and what execution by both teams in this basketball game. If you're a purist of the game and you love to see tough, hard-nosed basketball at in-game adjustments and so many great things being done, both teams brought it tonight. It's unfortunate for this Simon Fraser Clan team who did such a tremendous job and came so close to a potential upset on the road. And we'll get some of the final numbers here from our statistician, Zahid Vali Hassam, here at courtside at the West Gym. 63-59 is the final score. Simon Fraser, they outscore Alaska Anchorage 38-34 in the second half, but it's not enough to complete the climb back from that 29-21 halftime deficit. Simon Fraser trailed by as many as 12 points in this game. They led by as many as 5. They ended up losing it by 4. Some of the numbers to let you know about for Simon Fraser. Erin Chambers, despite a tough shooting night, got hot late. She finishes 6 of 20 from the field, 15 points to lead her team in scoring. And clearly she was the marked lady on the floor by the Seawolves, as she is in every game she plays. Erin Chambers, she's got one more home game left here at the West Gym. It's going to come on Saturday, 7 o'clock against Alaska Fairbanks. Meg Wilson as well, 13 points. She was 6 of 12 from the field and so gutsy battling down low. 13.6 rebounds, those 6 boards leading her team as well. I should mention that Erin Chambers played all 40 minutes on the floor today. Ellen Kett, 3 of 4, all from beyond the arc, 9 points for the Aussie point guard. Elisa Homer and Alicia Roberts with 6 points apiece. Simon Fraser getting 14 points from its bench tonight. For the Seawolves, who improved to 14-1 on the season in advance of their Saturday game in Bellingham against the Vikings. 4 double-digit scores led by Jenna Buchanan, 8 of 13 from the field, 19 points, 4 rebounds for Jenna Buchanan to lead the way. Allie Madison, I thought, was terrific, 6 of 11 from the field, so efficient. She played 31 minutes today, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals for Allie Madison. Megan Mullings as well, 5 of 9 from the field, 11 points, 6 boards, including 5 off the offensive glass. Simon Fraser only had 7 total offensive rebounds in this game, and I'll tell you, Megan Mullings was huge in the second chance department for Alaska Anchorage tonight. Jessica Madison as well, not shooting the best percentage from the field, though, 4 of 13, including 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. But she did finish with 10 points in 26 minutes to be the 4th double-figure scorer on this Anchorage team. Some of the team stats to look for. Simon Fraser outscored 40-18 in the paint, and so much of that damage coming in the opening half of play here. Points off turnovers really did start to equalize in the second half because the Clan really cleaned up their act in terms of ball protection. 23-16 the advantage there for Alaska Anchorage. Second chance points, pretty much a saw-off, 13-11 for Anchorage. And bench points, Alaska Anchorage 22-14, but no surprise there. So much depth, and you watch Ryan McCarthy bring those players in and out of that lineup, everybody with a role to fill, and they play at such a high tempo. It's not so much a team that, you'd say run. It's just the way that they play. They play so hard, and they're bringing players in so quickly in and out of that lineup. So what a game here today. UAA ranked number 1 in NCAA Division II basketball. Simon Fraser gave them a huge battle, but in the end they will fall 63-59. And we hope you will join us on Saturday for the final Simon Fraser basketball broadcast of the season. Howard Samura, I will be there for the call. I'm not quite sure at this stage who our analyst would be, but we will have the show for you with executive producer Gabriel Lynn set to twirl the knobs and get you on focus for that game on Saturday. Thanks for joining us here tonight. 63-59, the final score. The Simon Fraser Clan fall by 4. And we will bid you a good night from Burnaby Mountain.